Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hoop Money here with another video for you guys today. Today we are going to be giving you guys an update on Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. I've got a few requests to go over this stock since my recent video on Nano Dimension, which you guys should check out because there's a lot to be careful for with this stock. This stock is an interesting one. It has a lot of retail and speculative hype. And Cathie Wood invests in this stock. So a lot of people like this stock, and we completely digested what this stock is doing in the video. So make sure you check that out before watching this video. But today we're going to give you guys an update on Nano Dimension. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so as you guys can see here, we are looking at the Nano Dimension chart. As you can see, it's hovering around $8 per share, and the past few days it has seen some negative gains. We take a look right here at Nano Dimension's price to sales ratio at 617 price to sales. Guys, I've told you guys this before. If a company is trading anywhere above 20 price to sales, it's reason to be suspicious. When it's a growth company, when the company is a value company, then we want to pay attention to the price to earnings ratio, because at that point the company should be making good earnings. Another thing to look at is it's up 1,000% on the year. Guys, when a stock is up 1,000% on the year, that is another reason to be suspicious. Something that goes up 1,000%, it's a lot harder for it to go up 1,000% again. So for this stock to go from $8 to $80 is gonna be a lot harder than it was for it to go from 80 cents to $8. So just keep that in mind when you guys are buying this stock. So a lot of people think this stock's gonna go to 100. Like, I get it. Like, you think that it's gonna keep growing. I personally don't think it's gonna keep growing that much. I think that it's seen basically a very high valuation for what it's intrinsically worth right now, and that's just based off my own analysis. You guys can have your own analysis. You guys are your own humans. I personally did my own fundamental analysis on the stock. I think it's overvalued, but if you guys don't think it's overvalued and you do want to invest in this company, you can use the link below to sign up for public, where you get up to $50 in free stocks just for signing up. No deposit required. They don't even take your trading data. They do none of that. They do no payment for order flow. It's really good. So let's get back to it. So this stock has seen some heat in the past few days because there was a short report by the Bear Cave. So the Bear Cave is a company that basically they charge their subscribers like $40, $50 a month. I didn't personally read the article, but I saw someone cover the article. And honestly, like, I have to agree with a lot of what this short seller had to say. I feel like short sellers in general, they use some harsh terminology, but the juice of this article, in my opinion, was legitimate, and there's a lot of reasons to be suspicious with Nano Dimension. And I think being a 617 price to sales ratio is the biggest reason to be suspicious, because any growth stock that is valued at 600 price to sales is very overvalued. But we'll just take another look at this chart real quick and do some more technical analysis. So as you can see, there's a huge support line around $8 a share. That seems to be what the bears are fighting against right now to break through, and the bulls are looking for a bounce off of this. But you can also see that the 20 SMA, which is this pink line right here, and the 50 SMA, which is this orange line right here, you can see that they have recently crossed, and I said this in my last video as well, which means we are currently in a downtrend, which we're gonna have to see these lines cross again in order to be in an uptrend. So we just don't know when that's gonna happen. So for the foreseeable future, this stock could potentially continue this downtrend if no reversal happens in the imminent future. Guys, I'm gonna say it again, and this is not to upset anyone, like I've said before, but I really do think this stock is still overvalued, so definitely be careful. And I'm sorry if that offends anyone. I didn't know I had to apologize for a stock opinion, but that's just my opinion right now, so I apologize. So we're gonna get right into what we think that Nano Dimension may be spending their $1.5 billion in cash on. So they built up $1.5 billion in cash over the past year due to share delusion. So they've been raising a bunch of equity and doing a bunch of stock offerings to raise capital as this price has increased to preposterous levels. And I don't blame them. If I were CEO of a company and the company had 1000% growth, I would definitely raise additional equity. It is the smart thing to do, but it is not the best thing for you as a shareholder, because every time additional equity is raised, your expected return in the future goes down. So if they dilute you, you make less from the company, and that's just how it goes. And one more thing I want to point out is the short float is 30%. Guys, this isn't just because people want to see the world burn and they just want to see all the people investing in the stock lose money. Like, these short sellers have reasons to be nervous when investing in the stock, and that's why they sell it short. Guys, I'm not trying to defend short sellers. I don't think short selling is like the best thing ever, but when a company is heavily shorted, it is definitely a reason to pay attention to its valuation. And that's why I'm looking into it. That's why I look into it in this stock. And that's why I say be careful. So when I was looking into potential acquisition targets, I saw the CEO talk about it briefly, but I was not 100% sure what specific company they would be going after. They're looking to add one company that is a PCB, so printed circuit board company, and just a traditional PCB company, and they think that they can add some infrastructure into the company. And then they were also looking for a company to help them out with their supply chain so they can distribute these products and sell more products. So those are the two companies they are looking for. So I'm going to be looking at the traditional PCB companies right here, and the one company that I thought could really be the acquisition is Eurotech. So Eurotech, and the reason being is because they're looking at companies that specialize in printed circuit boards for the defense industry. So if we look at Eurotech's website right here and we go down to markets, one of their specializations is in defense. So as you can see, the Eurotech group has been supporting PCB manufacturing within the defense and aerospace market. So guys, I think this is a perfect target for Nano Dimension. It's within all their specifications. I'm not certain that this is their target, but they wanted a European company because they mentioned that American companies are very overvalued due to the recent stock market run, and European companies are not as overvalued, so that's why he wants to go for a European company. And also, Europe is much closer to Israel than America, so it'll be much easier for those companies to work together. So those are some of the reasons. But if we pull up a list here are some other printed circuit board companies in Europe, so these could also be potential targets for Nano Dimension. But basically, the main takeaway that you want to have is that they want a printed circuit board company, a traditional, so they want to combine that with Nano Dimension's 3D printed technology so they can start 3D printing these circuit boards and start actually having a bunch of defense manufacturers be their clientele. Alright guys, so here we are on FinViz, and we're looking at the computer hardware industry, and we're going to do a quick multiples analysis of the price to sales ratio for Nano Dimension. So a multiples analysis is a traditional financial valuation method that people use when valuing companies, and price to sales is the type of multiple you want to use when valuing these growth companies, because in particular they do not have too many earnings. As you can see, most of these companies on this list do not have earnings yet, so we're going to use price to sales, as all these companies basically have price to sales. And as you can see, the typical price to sales ratio for this industry it ranges from 0.17 all the way up to 8 price to sales here, and then we got 10, and then we got 20, but then it just starts skyrocketing. We got Desktop Metal, which is another 3D printing company, and then we have Nano Dimension at 600 price to sales. Guys, what does Desktop Metal and Nano Dimension have in common? They're both pretty hyped up stocks. A lot of retail investors like both these stocks, and as you can see, their price to sales ratios are very, very high. So this is just a signal of speculation and overvaluation. It's not anything special. It's not rocket science. It's literally just looking at the industry, looking at the other multiples of their competitors, and then seeing if they have a ridiculous valuation or not. This is how I look at it. And you know, Nano Dimension, their technology can be as good as they want to, and I do believe in their technology, and I think they have amazing technology. The fact they can 3D print circuit boards is insane, and their Dragonfly printers are awesome, but we have to look at valuations when investing, because those are the most important things to find out if you have a good deal on the company or not. Here on Hoop Money's channel, we want to look for companies that have very good value, and we know that in the long term, if we hold them, they will make enough money to support me as an investor. I do not want to invest in a stock that relies on hype to keep it up at its current levels of prices, because a stock like Nano Dimension, it has had a lot of hype. Like, let's just admit that for a second. It's had a lot of hype, and you can see here that it has a very high price to sales ratio. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And if you guys are watching this video, I am trying to educate you guys, and I'm not trying to tell you guys how to make your financial decisions. So with that being said, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys learned something, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. Leaving a like is the #1 thing you can do for me, as it helps me with the YouTube algorithm and spreads my content to other people on the internet. So I would really appreciate it. Guys, if you have not noticed already, I am not at my current setup. You see those soccer jerseys in the background? That is HRV Ezok. I'm currently staying with him for the next 2 weeks, so I will be making more videos with this type of background, but we will be back to my old setup soon. So make sure you guys check out his channel. He does European soccer videos. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making this video, and peace.